reason we're so angry all the time is we've overdosed on ourselves. Like, in the last 20 years, we've created nothing of value. We've just got more and more and more of everything. I tell you, like, in 1999, I reckon we had enough stuff. I had enough things in 1999. I had enough friends. I had 8 friends. I liked every single one of them. According to the internet now, I've got 1,692 friends. Can't stand a single one of the cunts. Do you know why? Because I know what they think all the time about everything. That isn't how we did things in the 90s. I knew what each of my friends thought about one thing. I knew what Stephen thought about Red Dwarf. I knew what Pete thought about cars. I'm friends with Pete on Facebook now, and I know what he thinks about abortion. I want to go back to a time when I knew what he thought about cars and cars only, because his dreadful views on women's reproductive rights are not adding anything to our friendship. For years I thought I hated Facebook, but I don't. I hate people. When it comes to Marmite, nobody hates the jar, do they? On Facebook as well, my 1,692 friends spent all the time like going, we should all talk about our feelings. We should all share our feelings every waking second of the day. Share your feelings, share your feelings. I don't want to share my feelings. I don't like doing that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh no, it will do. You just have to do it. No, what's good for the goose isn't necessarily good for the gander. Leave people alone. They're like, well, I'm helping actually, I'm helping. Are you helping, or are you Gordon Ramsay stood in the middle of a restaurant waiting to throw a tablecloth at someone when you've had your fucking information entertainment overload? Fuck you, I'm sick of it. All these people going, share your feelings. We used to call those people nosy. Was considered a bad thing. We had a phrase in Britain that's fallen out of common usage. I'd like to bring it back. It's going to sound so arcane when I say it to you, but it was such a lovely phrase. Take it, hold it dear, use it. You'll remember it when I say it. Mind your own fucking business! Fucking mental health memes on Facebook. We didn't need that in the 90s, did we? Do you know why? Because we had the song Everybody Hurts by R.E.M. That was enough for us, for an entire generation. You feel a bit blue, you whack that on and go, oh, everyone feels like this, do they? How comforting. When? Sometimes. How might I go about fixing it? Take comfort in your friends. Thanks, R.E.M. I'll call Pete. We'll have a nice chat about cars. It was a better time! Better time. That was the deal. If you wanted people to care about things in the 90s, you couldn't just share a meme. You had to be able to write a song, didn't you? That was it. We had songs for all the stuff. We had feminism, but we had the Spice Girls to go with it. It was better. You say what you like about the Me Too movement, but you can't hum it, can you? We had the Spice Girls, they came out and they danced around, didn't they? Fronted by Jerry Halliwell, the acceptable face of British nationalism. They came out in a little dance around and they had a simple message, didn't they? For men and women that we could all get on board with. They came out and they said, if you'd like to have sex with me, you've also got to bang all my friends. Sounds like a bit of fun. We had enough stuff, enough things. Remember, we only had one Bono. Do you remember that? We all thought he was a tit. And now we're all Bono. Bonoing around on Facebook. It's my birthday, so I'm bonoing for some bonoing fucking charity. I'm bonoing up Kilimanjaro because Nan's dead. Fuck off. I was talking to a friend of mine who's like 23 and he was like, your argument's flawed though, because you didn't have everything, did you? Didn't have everything. You didn't have like all the stuff that we have on the internet. I said we had every single thing that we have on the internet, but it was on television and it was smaller and it was more manageable. We had Twitter, but it was called Points of View, and it was only on for 15 minutes a week. You had Terry Wogan would sit there and he'd read out your tweets and a voice to let you know what Terry Wogan thought of your stupid opinions. Then you get your tail, stick it between your legs and go about your week. It was a better time. We had Tinder, but it was called Blind Date, wasn't it? Better. We had one date, one national date. One national date. It was great. We'd all gather around and watch it. Younger people in the audience. Basically what you had 3 lads and they were 90s lads, so they didn't have thoughts or feelings. Just hair gel and T-shirts. Now, they'd sit on stools behind a wall, and then a woman would be led out like a cow. by this sort of buck-toothed orange scouser. And the scouser would pop the woman on a stool, And then she'd go back round the other side of the wall, and the Scouser would invite the lads to shout sexually aggressive threats over the wall. And the least threatening one won a holiday. So, they'd go off on holiday and we'd all come back the next week, Britain united as a nation. Mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, grannies, grandfathers, we'd all be there around the television set and we'd watch a sort of proto-Instagram story of their holiday and then the Scouser would sit them on a sofa and she'd ask them the question that we, the British people, needed to know. She'd look them dead in the eye and be like, have you fucked? And they never had. Never had, but we kept watching.